Welcome to the Nerd Party.
Scully,
Yes?
marry me.
I love you and I like you.
I love you and I like you.
I love that woman. I love her more than sharks love blood.
I love you.
You don't.
Hello, this is Nerd Nuptial episode 73. I am Tristan Riddell.
And I'm the girl.
And this is a show where we look at nerd life through a married lens. That's right. You and I are married.
We are.
And and for the first time listeners, we're married. We're super in love, like ridiculously in love. Whatever you're imagining.
Probably annoyingly so.
Annoyingly so. Like we annoy the people around us. That's how in love we are with each other. And we're so in love that we decided to start a podcast and share some of that with you guys. And we have a baby named Ripley. And
Middle name.
We call her Ripley online.
Yes.
And but like as some of you might have guessed, with having a 6-month-old in the house, it makes things quite difficult to watch movies or watch TV or do a podcast and everything like that. So everything happens late at night when the baby's asleep, just like right now.
And we're sleep deprived.
Always the case. But we were actually able to watch the entire season of Ozark.
Yeah, so we're going to give you our impressions of the first season of Ozark, because we just found out they're coming out with a second season.
That's right. They just announced that a couple of days ago that they're doing a season 2 of Ozark, and I think that's exciting, and I think that's a story that needs to be told. I mean, like they could have ended it right there, but
oh, that'd be weird.
Yeah, it would have been awkward. We need more. But before we jump into that, you know how we said it was a little difficult talking about like finding time to watch TV or watch Netflix. We were able to squeeze in something else that came out this weekend.
Yeah.
And that's the premiere of The Defenders.
Yes, the first episode.
We watched the first episode. We did not watch the whole season of this. And for those of you who don't know what The Defenders is, it's the kind of the TV version of the Avengers, where you know how with Marvel movies you had Iron Man and Captain America and Thor and Hulk and everything like that, and that all those movies led up to them meeting up in the Avengers. Well, Netflix was kind of doing the same thing with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. They all had a season of television. Mm-hmm. So instead of having a movie, they had a season of television. And then this year, they released The Defenders, which is the culmination of all of them coming together.
Yeah.
Now, you and I, we're not the biggest Marvel fans.
No, so it may not be fair for us. But
yeah, but we wanted to give it a shot because,
we did.
Like, it's hard not to we're big Netflix fans.
Yes, it's hard to say.
It is kind of hard to say, but we watch Netflix all the time, and we're very aware of what's coming out and what's going on, even if we don't watch it. And we know that there's been a big Marvel push on TV and everything like that, or Netflix, I should say. And so I gave Daredevil a shot. Like, there's been 2 seasons of Daredevil, and I watched, 7 episodes of the first season, and I was just like, I am so utterly bored. Like, I could not. It was a type of show that I didn't even say, like, hey, watch this with me. Mm-hmm. I just watched it on my own.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't even give Jessica Jones a chance. I didn't give Luke Cage a chance.
Okay. For Jessica Jones, we don't like that actress.
Kristen Ritter.
We really don't. And so, like, whenever we watch Breaking Bad, a game that we like to play this is horrible. This is so mean.
This is kind of mean, but I'm going to let you try to explain it.
So, Jane, wasn't her name Jane in Breaking Bad? Okay, so in Breaking Bad, Kristen Ritter, her character's name is Jane, and we were just so annoyed by Jane that whenever we do our rewatches of Breaking Bad, we do our best to see how fast we can, like, skip forward her parts or make sure that we don't ever hear her say a word.
It's this really weird game that we play. We do it every other time.
Yeah, we sometimes let her talk.
Basically, there's this thing that you and I do with every show. I think that every other rewatch, and this was before we had a child, where
yeah, what is that like now?
Because like we would rewatch like that 70s show, Mad Men, Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah.
Office.
We had our rotation.
We had a rotation. We would rewatch these all the time, like whenever we had spare time or needed to fall asleep or something like that.
We still have a rotation of cartoons though at night.
Yes, but those are because they're short and we can fall asleep to them.
That's true.
But we have a thing called a casual rewatch and a hardcore rewatch.
True.
And a casual rewatch is you skip the episodes you don't like, or you fast forward the storylines you don't really dig on.
Right.
We did that a lot with House of Cards.
Yeah.
And a hardcore rewatch is, no, you start at the beginning and you watch every single moment, every single second, every single scene up until the very end.
Yeah.
And with Breaking Bad, we just could not stand the
I feel like
character
that's the
of
only
Jane.
part we really fast forward in Breaking Bad.
We skipped the Fly episode.
Oh yeah, that episode.
There's a few things here and there that kind of bore us in Breaking Bad that we skip, but
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
That's the main thing. It's more of a game now.
It's just like if I'm not fast enough with my fast forward button and she says hello or something, we're like, damn it!
You failed.
Ruined. Now, one thing I would love to know, we would love to know what you guys do during your rewatches. Like, do you have casual rewatches?
Yeah.
Do you have hardcore rewatches? Do you have a type of rewatch that we're unaware of? What you can do is go to thenerdparty.com/contact, select Nerd Nuptial from the drop-down menu, and from there, you can send us a note, fill out the form. It'll come directly to our inbox. And also, go to thenerdparty.com just to check out all of our other shows and check out past episodes of Nerd Nuptial. You can find us on iTunes and any kind of podcatcher that you have. We have Star Trek shows, Star Wars shows. We got a Harry Potter show. Anything that you can really imagine is coming at you every single day of the week. You can find us on Twitter at Join Nerd Party. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/thenerdparty. So we don't like Kristen Ritter.
So that's a problem. And I had not watched any of the ones leading up.
You haven't seen a single second, but a friend
yeah.
of mine, Craig Sorrell, host of Words with Nerds, he told me, he said, he's like, oh, you can totally skip all the shows and just go straight to Defenders. And I don't think you can, because
I don't think so, because I kept asking. I was like, what's the deal?
like,
What's
who's
the
this?
deal?
Who's that? They kind
The first 2 minutes of the show, I was completely lost.
Well, I that's the thing. Like, because I'm so involved with the nerd community online and I talk with a whole bunch of people about this stuff all the time, I know what the general gist is of what's going on with these shows.
Okay.
And also just perusing on Tumblr, I see GIFs all the time of scenes. And so I feel like I've seen some stuff of it, even though I haven't watched any of it. And so I tried to gather a lot from context, but I tried to think of it from your eyes, not someone who's engrossed in this stuff 24/7. And I don't think they did a great job of being an entry point for new fans. I don't think the casual watcher would go oh, the Defenders, I wonder what this is about, completely blind. Mm-hmm. Because they did an okay job of figuring out the
whole
protagonists.
First episode, I would say they're trying to show you an idea of who these characters are in a roundabout way, but I don't think they did a very good job of it.
I don't think so either.
You can tell that they were trying, but I think that they lost me.
It was.
So how do you feel about it?
Yeah. So just go straight into it. There's not much that we can spoil.
There's not a lot that happened.
We're just going to talk about the first episode because that's all that we saw. But there's really nothing we can spoil at all because, you and I are very critical of obvious exposition. Mm-hmm. But I kind of feel like they needed some more obvious exposition.
Yeah, because like I said, I was lost.
People who were just coming in would have no idea who the Iron Fist is, what he's about, and Daredevil. I think they did an okay job with Murdoch with Daredevil because you figure out he's blind but he has hypersensitivity.
I think that was probably the best storyline.
And he's a lawyer,
right? And then I guess they did okay with Jessica Jones because you said that she's just a strong alcoholic.
Well, I said that, but they showed that because they show her.
Well, I'm just saying they succeeded if that's the case.
So I guess maybe okay. So maybe they did show you because with Luke Cage they kept saying he's the hero of Harlem. And they said about him in being indestructible and bulletproof and everything like that. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe we're not giving him enough credit on the exposition.
I guess the Iron Fist was the one that maybe I had a harder time with. Because I was like, why is he in a jet? Why? Mm-hmm. Who are these other people?
Why is his fist glowing?
Yeah, what's that? You know? So maybe you had to know that. But I think they did an okay job with the other ones.
I
Then,
think you're
now
right.
that we're talking it out.
I think we need to give them more credit there, but that still didn't make it interesting.
No.
It was so bleeding boring. I went in hoping for it to be good because none of the previous stuff really looked that interesting to me. But this one, I was like, hey, it's a meetup, it's a team up. Maybe this is a way for me to fall in love with these characters. And if I do fall in love with these characters, maybe it can go back to the other shows with a new eye.
There's all this content that I can go back and watch.
Kind of like how people watch a Star Trek movie and they're like, what's this all about? And they go back and discover the shows. Mm-hmm. But the acting was very subpar, except from maybe Charlie Cox, the guy who played Daredevil. Yeah. But it's not like he showed his chops, but just everybody else, I just didn't really believe anything that was coming out of their mouths. Especially, I guess maybe the main people were okay. Their side characters, though, were atrocious.
Yeah, I was not digging it.
I didn't believe a single word that came out of their mouths. And also, I was hoping for a little bit more connective tissue in the first episode.
Right. I mean, I guess that probably will come later on, and like I said, we haven't watched the rest of it yet. But like I feel like there had to be some connection.
Yeah, I'm not asking for a meetup. Like I'm not saying they all had to meet up and fight the big baddie at the end of the first episode, but at least give us a common thread of something. Mm-hmm. Like the only thing that was, and again, we're not spoiling anything. Like the only thing that they experienced together was an earthquake in the last 5 seconds of the episode. Right. And
that's it. That's the only thing.
Literally it.
Yeah.
Everybody else was chasing something that wasn't connected. Now, I'm sure that they're all connected, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like like for the audience, you felt like you were watching 5 different shows.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
But not interesting.
So did you find anything interesting about it?
No.
No? Nothing?
No. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if it's for me.
But
here's the thing, though, too. Like, those of you who are huge Marvel fans, maybe it is for you because I wasn't even that big of a fan of, like, the Avengers. So, I think
you fell asleep during Avengers, too.
Yeah, I know. So, like, I think, well, who was it that came on the screen? I'm like, what's that? Oh yeah.
It was Vision.
It was Vision.
You had no idea why Vision existed.
I was like, I think like I woke up and Vision was on the screen. I was like, what?
Who's that guy?
Who's that guy?
I'm like, and I was like, at this point, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, you were like,
go back to sleep.
You're a little frustrated with me. You're like, just stop.
Let's just go back to sleep. You missed the birth of Vision.
I know who Vision is now, but...
Barely. I still don't think you've seen all of Age of Ultron.
Not all of it, no.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Marvel, but like, okay, so that's basically Defenders.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's enough for us to invest our time.
I don't think so.
I talked to a friend of mine and they're like, it's not good. If you didn't like the first episode, you're not going to like the rest of the show. I'm like,
well, that's not good.
There you go.
Okay.
But one Marvel property that we did see recently that we really did enjoy was Guardians of Galaxy 2.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We watched that earlier in the week. It feels like a million years ago.
I know, right? And it just came out on digital and Blu-ray and everything like that. And so we didn't get to see that in theater because we don't see Marvel in theater. But
so snooty.
Well, no, that's not true. Like we see Captain America movies.
That's true. We have.
We see Captain movies in theater.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got a digital version of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and I thought the first one was okay. Like I didn't fall in love with it like everybody else, but I enjoyed it. I thought Chris Pratt was funny, and
we love Chris Pratt.
Yeah, like we're big Chris Pratt fans from Parks and Recreation. And everybody in it was great.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like, okay, cool, that was a fun movie. But I wasn't just like, oh my god, it's the greatest movie ever, and then I ripped my shirt open or anything.
Well, that could be quite a sight.
Yes, thank you. But not like Chris Pratt ripping off his shirt.
Oh my god.
Good lord.
Well, it's just so funny because we're like so used to him in Parks and Rec, and then you see him
as
and you're
Andy.
Like, and he's like got a gut in that show, and then
he's got man boobs, a gut.
And then you see him in this, and you're like, oh my gosh, what?
It's insane. Every time I see. Like I watch a Marvel movie, they always have to put their guys with their shirts off.
Of course.
And I see Captain, I see Thor, I see
Wolverine. Oh, that's different.
That's different.
It's a Marvel. I'm sorry, I was just thinking about Hugh Jackman. Sorry.
Well, that is a Marvel property.
I know.
But like I see these guys with their shirts off and I'm like, man, that would be so awesome if I looked like that. And then I think about the amount of work that it takes. And I'm just like,
and then you eat your potato chips.
Yeah, as I'm eating my pasta mixed in with my pizza. I call it Pizza Mac. Yeah, I'm just like, no, that's not for me. Anyway, I really enjoyed it.
Me too.
I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Like, I mean, is it perfect? No, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was better than the first one.
Yeah, I just thought it was fun. Like, it was just a fun, like, relaxing, like, you didn't have to think too much, which was nice, and I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I honestly was surprised at how much I laughed out loud.
Yeah.
Like, legit laughed out loud. And started hitting you. You know, like when you're with somebody and you just start hitting them because something's so funny. I did that like 6 times to you. So you couldn't fall asleep during that one.
No. But I wouldn't have anyway.
No,
because that was fun.
I loved everything about it. I loved the style of it. I loved the characterizations. I love how the relationships between everybody changed. Mm-hmm. And I thought the graphics were cool. And I thought the action was spot on. And Baby Groot, of course.
Oh my gosh.
Was adorable.
It was really funny because all throughout we were like, that's Ripley. That's Ripley.
That looks so much like Ripley.
Maybe it's just because it's a baby. Maybe because it's a baby Groot.
Like, I'm sure everybody with a baby is like, oh my God, that's like our baby.
But that was my favorite part. Was definitely Baby Groot.
Me too.
Honestly, I kind of wanted Baby Groot to stay Baby Groot for the next one if they made it a volume 3.
Oh my! It had like 6 post-credit teasers.
Oh, I know. Oh, that was ridiculous.
That was a bit obsessive.
That almost made me a little frustrated. It kind of was like, come on, people.
It took me out of it a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
We're just like, okay, 1 is great, 2, okay, but not 5.
Yeah, come on. It's like Marvel trying to one-up itself.
Yeah.
Like, we all know we're supposed to stay to the ending credits for a Marvel movie, okay? But
you
really,
got us. Okay,
yeah,
you got
really, 5 times.
All right, but let's go ahead and move on to Ozark Season 1.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about the opening episode, and you can listen to that in episode 72 of Nerd Nuptial. I recommend going back to that. You can find it at thenerdparty.com.
And also, make sure you watch the season before you listen to this.
Yes. Now, like, before we get into spoiler territory, let's talk about what we thought of the season overall. It was 10 episodes, and for those of you who don't remember or didn't listen to our previous episode, Ozark is about Jason Bateman, who is a financial advisor, and he's also a money launderer for a Mexican cartel. And his partner was stealing money from the cartel, and so the cartel killed his partner. And we're not really giving anything away. This is all in the trailer.
No, yeah, it was a lot actually was given away in the trailer.
A lot was given away in the trailer, and then so at a moment of desperation, Jason Bateman tells the cartel, "Listen, I can launder all this. I can make you whole again. I can give you back all the money that he stole, and I can launder it for you, and I can launder even more than what we've been doing if I move to Ozark because it's cash. It's cash ready. Everybody, rich or poor, goes there during the summer and pays everything in cash." And so he convinces the cartel to let him take him and his family down to the Ozark to launder money, and the hijinks that ensue and them trying to find ways to launder money, stay alive, and everything like that. That's the show. And that's basically the first episode, what we just described to you.
It is.
So what were your impressions overall of season 1?
I enjoyed it. I think I really enjoyed the characters, like even characters that, like, I think we talked about this together, was characters that I didn't think I was going to like, I ended up liking. And I think overall I liked where the show was going. And I think I liked how they were, going about the laundering and how they were trying to survive and make it another day. Like, there's always something that's going to get in the way of them, feeling secure. Mm-hmm. And we know that because we, kind of got that teaser in the first episode where it's like, okay, it's going to take 5 years or something like that to do this. Like basically 5 seasons maybe. But I enjoyed it. I did. I
enjoyed it too, and I'm kind of echoing your comments where there was a couple of characters introduced in the first episode where I was just like, oh, this character is going to be annoying. I don't like this character, specifically Ruth.
Yeah, I was not feeling her the first time we saw her.
She's a very young woman, probably like 22, somewhere around in there, and very trashy. You know, just whatever you imagine, like trash living at the Ozarks, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I just don't want to be around this type of person that much. And they make you fall in love with this character without actually changing her character.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
is a hard thing to do. And you learn more about her. You are with her thick and thin, and it's just you start to develop feelings for this character. And it's not feelings where you can excuse everything that she does.
No, and it's not like you necessarily even like, I don't know if I even would say I like her.
Yeah, as a person.
Right, but she's an interesting character.
Exactly.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that or don't recognize that when they watch TV. I see a lot of people online complain about characters. It can get to an extreme where, like, if they don't hold all of their same values or political views, then they can't even watch them on the screen. And that's just a whole other topic where you're just like, that's ridiculous. We're like,
they're characters.
There are characters. People are different. There are
Right.
different types of characters,
Right.
and they're going to have different values than you. They're going to have different, like, some are going to be racist. Some are going to be xenophobic. Some are going to be homophobic. Some are going to be gay. Some are going to be straight. It doesn't matter. What matters is what it does for the story and if they're believable characters.
Yeah.
If they're racist, I want a believable racist.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because not everybody can be paragons of virtue.
No, I understand that.
And with Ruth, I think you hit it on the head.
It's not like you're condoning the behavior by watching it. You're watching life happen. I mean, you're going to come across those people in life.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just a fact. And,
Yeah.
And so with Ruth, it's like you said, it's not that you feel like you would like this person or you want to hang out with this person.
No.
It's just, it's an interesting character to watch.
Absolutely.
And that's I think that's the beauty of the show. And that's also like why we liked Breaking Bad or we like Mad Men
Yeah.
is because Mad Men and Breaking Bad are filled with horrible people doing horrible things, but they're interesting and they're fascinating.
Their journey is interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's
And
true.
that's why those shows work. Now, I understand it if some people can't watch that, but Ozark is one of those shows where you see horrible people doing horrible things,
Yeah.
but the journey is interesting.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny. I think that this show gave enough distance between the end of Breaking Bad before coming back out because for this show to actually start up, because I feel like if it had happened sooner, like right after Breaking Bad came out, I feel like everyone would have been like, it's copying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there's a lot of differences between the shows, but there also is like a common feeling because, you know, they're both like in trouble.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Even some of the music feels very Breaking
You did
Bad.
notice that. Like,
Yeah.
you mentioned that when
There's
we were
these
watching the show.
tones throughout especially towards the later in the season. It's like very Breaking Bad.
Like you said, there was like a tinny clank
yes.
that they kind of always do, like,
Yeah. Oh, good
you know,
job.
thank you. Yeah. It was something like that in the background over and over, where it's not quite music, it's really just
Right.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think it's a very different show from Breaking Bad. It's nowhere near as intense. It's
No, it can be.
well, no. Okay, let me rephrase that. I feel like Breaking Bad sometimes sustained intensity
Oh, yeah.
for a very long time, where you just felt exhausted at the end of the episode.
That is true.
With this one, I never felt drained at the end of the episode.
Oh, when I first watched Breaking Bad, I think I was like depressed.
Yeah.
Like legit depressed. Like when he's going through cancer and having trouble with Skylar, I seriously was like depressed. I was like, I'm living a little too closely to this situation. Like their characters, like relax. But I didn't feel that way during Ozark.
I've heard a lot of people say that about Breaking Bad. Like, I have
Really?
a friend who wouldn't finish Breaking Bad. Like, he loved it. He thought it was well crafted and a great story, but he's like, I felt like garbage at the end of every episode.
Really?
I was like, I get it, man. I can't argue with
No,
that.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily get better. So
Yeah. But Ozark is very much in the vein of Breaking Bad. It is by no means a Breaking Bad clone.
No, but I could see how people could compare it.
Yes, this is very comparable, but and also money laundering was a big thing about Breaking Bad because they made so much money, but they had to figure out how to fund it, how to clean it, and how to bury it and everything like that. So that was
the car wash. And,
with the car wash with Los Pollos Hermanos and everything like that. And so that was a conversation that needed to be had. Now with Ozark, that is all it's about.
Right.
Well, not all that it's about, but
right. But that's the main focus.
Yeah,
is the
with
laundering.
Breaking Bad, it was making meth and then having to launder. But with Ozark, it's we need to launder. And I liked all the characters. I like Jason Bateman. I like Laura Linney. And I even heard a friend of mine say, like, oh, like you will hate Laura Linney's character from the word go. And I was like, I kept waiting for it. And I was like, I don't. I
think she's an interesting character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a little bit different because she's in the know. Like from the very moment that he started laundering, she's known about this situation. So
she can't claim ignorance.
No, not at all. And she's 100%, making decisions with him. So yeah, no, I feel like that's a little bit different because that was a huge part in Breaking Bad was like hiding it.
And Skyler finding out.
From the family. Yeah.
And so, and the kids weren't that annoying. Like I find every kind of kid actor annoying and kid storyline annoying. I just do, and that's my challenge. But like I thought they were fine, and I thought that they acted out in different and unique ways.
Yeah.
That I found.
No, I thought they were interesting characters.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think they were necessarily stereotypical all the time, so they were definitely tolerable, for sure.
And even though like I didn't see a big arc with Jason Bateman's character, like I didn't really see him change from the first episode to the last episode.
Not really.
But I did see it with Laura Linney. I did see it with the kids. I did see it with the people around Jason Bateman. But Jason Bateman and his character, Marty Byrde, was kind of a constant. Like he was a man on a mission.
Yeah.
Like this is what I need to do, and this is all that I'm going to focus on.
That's very true.
And so I'm going to give it a pass on that.
Yeah.
But what else like stood out to you besides the characters?
I guess I none of the side storylines bothered me. Like they all seemed to serve a purpose and be interesting. So whenever, because sometimes when you watch a show, you're like, oh, just get back to the main storyline. And I didn't really feel that this much in this show. I felt like there was always like a purpose to it, and I didn't mind it.
I didn't notice that until you said something just now, but you're absolutely right. Because there's so many shows, Mad Men, Breaking Bad, House of Cards, where you have so many storylines going on. You have like 3 or 4 storylines going on, and there's always one that annoys you or what you don't care about. You're just like, whatever, skip it, don't care. Who cares about these characters or if they're going to get married? And then, but with Ozark, I mean, I was interested from the first minute to the last minute on everything that was going on screen.
And I don't think they overwhelmed us too much with too many different storylines.
No, I think it was, the beauty of it was every single storyline was connected to the Byrde family.
Yes. And there is going to be a payoff, or has been a payoff. So, yeah, I think that was also really well done. Like that doesn't always happen.
One criticism that I have of the show, and we're not getting into spoiler territory yet, was that I found it very predictable.
Okay.
I found it very predictable as we were going on, except for the last 2 episodes. There was a lot happening in the last 2 episodes where I was like, whoa, I did not see that coming.
Okay.
And I was genuinely surprised and taken off guard. But I think the previous 8 episodes, I was just like, oh, he's going to really be that guy. Or, oh, that's going to come out this way. I wasn't annoyed by that. And it didn't ruin anything for me. Like I didn't get frustrated. I was just like, oh, like this needs to be a little bit more inventive.
Okay.
But I was still entertained.
I get that. Yeah. What comparison did you make it to? You said like it's like Breaking Bad meets Justified.
Justified.
Yeah.
yes. I thought, I think if you've seen Breaking Bad and you've seen Justified and you like both, you're gonna like Ozark. Mm-hmm. And we like the early seasons of Justified.
Yeah, we probably should need to go back and watch the later just to see if it got better. Because sometimes that happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that just because I love Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah.
And I love the character he portrays in Justified. He's just so badass. He's just one of the coolest characters. Just, I love cool characters.
Oh, yeah.
And
he knows himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a mix between Breaking Bad and Justified, very much so. Especially, I'd say, season 2 of Justified.
Yeah, it's like especially with like the family in the hills.
Yeah, the hill folk in the holler, and how it's a family run business. They got drug stuff on the side. They use intimidation and everything like that. They try to figure out ways to traffic the drugs.
Right.
Very much like season 2 of Justified.
Yeah. All right, let's get into spoiler territory.
Spoiler territory.
Yeah.
Here we come. So you have you've been warned. We're at the 30-minute mark, and you have heard our views of season 1 of Ozark. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's a great story. There is violence. There is sexuality, but it's not as bad as some other shows on Netflix.
That's true.
Now, I'm not trying to sound desensitized because there is bad stuff in it. There is violence in it. There is sex in it, but it's just not as bad as like Game of Thrones or something like that.
That's always your go-to.
It's it'll always be my go-to. Always. If you want a different example, go someplace else. But okay, here we go. Spoiler territory.
Yeah.
So the end of the show was he successfully laundered the initial $8 million in 3 months.
Yes.
And then they gave him $50 million more like the next day.
Crazy.
Basically.
Right.
And so he was going to send the family away because it wasn't safe enough, but then the family came back because they loved him too much. They wanted to stay together as a unit. What did you think about the family coming back?
Well, that's all well and good. Like, yay, we love Dad, but it's not like it's any safer. Right? Like, and it was almost that feeling of like Marty's character kind of like gave that impression of like, oh, I hoped you'd come back. You know, you kind of saw that. And I was kind of like, I think if you really love your family, you let them go.
I was all about it.
Really?
I was like, from a narrative standpoint, like if I was in that position, like, yeah, I would send the family away, but I'm not in that position.
Right.
I want to see the family become a part of the business.
Well, you started to see a little bit of that too.
You
like
do,
they
yeah.
were wrapping the money and everything like that. So
now, here's the thing. Now, from a real world perspective, of course I would never want that to happen. I'm not a monster.
Yes.
But obviously, like from a narrative standpoint,
Yes.
from a fictional standpoint, I think that would make a very interesting story to see how the daughter and son would contribute.
Otherwise, what are you going to have them do? Just like drive around or
go to school?
No. That's
lose your
boring.
virginity on a boat again. Have Jonah lose his virginity on a boat
Oh no, God.
when he's of age.
Oh my God. Oh, yeah, that was lame.
That was awkward.
I mean, yes, you're right. From like a narrative standpoint, it's much more interesting to have them help and be a part of it.
Yeah, I think it's despicable. I think it's horrible. But I mean, they're kind of leading us in that direction. I think I can't remember what episode it was. Marty was literally laundering the money.
Oh yeah,
and,
teaching him.
Yeah, and then Jonah walks in and he's like, "Can you tell me what you're doing?" And then you could see Marty think for a second, and he's like, "Yeah, sure." And tells him everything that there is to know about money laundering. So that right there, I think the decision was made.
That's
if the
true.
family's going to be here, then they're going to contribute.
Like they already know why we're here, so
Right.
why not just be honest?
Then at the end, when he tries to send them away and then they don't go, well, if they're going to stay and they're going to be in danger, then they need to utilize every resource at their
Disposal.
Thank
Yeah.
you, in order to succeed. Which would help their survival.
Well, I think that's kind of what makes this show a little bit different and interesting is the fact that the kids do know. And that's like an element of they could shoot their mouth off or they could help. You know, it makes it a little bit more interesting because they are involved. And, you know,
it's
they're
not like Junior just obsessing over breakfast.
Right. Oh, yeah. It's more like, okay, well, they know. They're okay with it too. They get it, you know, as okay as you can be. And so there's not that element going on. And if anything, it's an element of like, we're all guilty and we're all going to go down this path.
Yeah, I think the kids made that decision in the car when what's the daughter's name? Charlotte? When Charlotte took the keys out of the ignition and said, no, I don't want to go. They wanted to go back to the Ozarks. Now, they hated it there, but that was their only semblance of family left.
It's true.
And so I think the three of them made that decision in the car, like, okay, if we're going to go back, we're going to go at this.
Also their identity, too. I think, you know,
True.
like,
That's
you know,
true.
who they are. So
that was a big thing. Like,
Yeah.
like Jonah said, like, I don't want to be Michael
Fleming or something.
Fleming or something like that.
Yeah.
And I get that. I wouldn't want to be Michael Fleming either. But so like that was the ending. Now, like a lot happened in previous episodes, but I'm kind of like the last episode is the last one we watched, and so it's the freshest one in my brain right now. There was a lot of things that I didn't expect to happen. I did not expect Del to die.
No, I didn't see that coming. I mean, that was surprising to me.
Like when he said redneck, I was like, oh crap, they're gonna kill him.
Yes, as soon and she like I heard her voice, I was like, oh, he's gone, but I
Yeah.
didn't expect it.
Yeah, but I didn't expect
I was
him.
like, whoa.
Yeah, like you saw it coming the way that they were shooting it right in that moment.
Oh, yeah.
But you didn't see the lead up to that
No,
moment.
you did not. You were like, oh, okay, things just went well.
Yeah, they just set up season 2.
Right.
Great.
Cool.
Oh wow.
No, not at
season 2
all.
just got more complicated.
Seriously, yeah. Which it was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that first of all, the idea of them partnering with this cartel, and the fact that Marty's involved, and this other family, and like this riverboat casino idea is another opportunity, more characters
Great
to
idea.
see and
Yeah.
come, and but now that the cartel is going to be like really pissed off, it's like, whoa, where does that leave all of them?
And it also shows you how insane, literally insane, the wife is.
Oh, yeah.
Of the Schnells.
Yeah.
Is it Snell?
Snell.
Snell, not Schnell.
Yeah, Snell.
Schnell! Yeah, literally insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're off your rocker. I think you have to be insane to sell heroin to begin with, but this is like textbook insane.
Yeah, no, she's crazy. She's crazy. The part that really bothered me was the pregnant lady.
That
Grace.
I don't like that at all. That if I could take one thing out of this show, and I think a lot of people would agree with me. I don't like pregnant women being put in danger or used as a bargaining piece to add drama. And then not only did they threaten it,
They actually did it.
they actually did it. Thank God they didn't show anything.
Oh my God, no. I told you, I was like, I'm done if they show it.
Yeah.
I told you that.
You did.
I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm done.
Yeah. I get it. I get it 100%. And
Yeah.
thankfully they didn't. Still didn't make it right. But then at the very end, and again, we're in spoiler territory, so you shouldn't be listening to this if you haven't watched it. But at the end, they make you think.
Yeah.
They insinuate that he's going to drown an infant, and you're watching it.
Yes.
That
wasn't cool.
was too far.
It was.
That was walking the line and crossing it.
Yeah.
Now, I understand, he didn't really do it. I don't care. You made me think he was, and I was watching it.
Yeah, that pissed me off. And I wonder if it would have pissed me off as much now that we have Ripley. Because things change. I mean, like, I remember before we were pregnant, we would sometimes make fun of our friends who had children because they would be like, oh my gosh. Like when they ever see a baby on screen, they were like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
You don't even know.
You don't
oh my god,
you
oh my
don't
god, oh my
know.
god. You don't even know. You do not even know, Tristan. You do not even know until you have a child, Tristan. You do not even know.
And we would make fun of it because we were like, come on. Like we're human. Like we understand.
Like we still have empathy.
We have empathy. We understand. But you know what? I'm gonna say that I feel more. It bothers me more now. Like when I see violence towards pregnant women or violence towards children or insinuation of like that. I'm just like, that's not okay. Now I think that I've always been that way, but even more so now.
I don't know if I'm more so now.
You don't know?
I think I'm pretty the same.
Okay.
I think I haven't watched Interstellar yet.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And
You've probably been putting it off on purpose.
Probably.
Because you'll probably just like bawl through the entire thing.
I'll probably be a mess.
Yeah, you probably
after I see
will.
Interstellar. But
Yeah.
I think the violence thing, I'm pretty consistent.
Okay.
But yeah, I think what helped on it, this is going to sound ridiculous, but what helped with that scene was that it was so obviously not a baby.
Yes, it was like, that's not even a doll.
Like it wasn't even a good doll.
No,
like
it
when
wasn't.
he was walking into the lake.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, well, like, okay, of course we all know it's fake.
You almost wonder if they did that to take you out of it a little bit.
I don't know. It was
I don't
so
know.
bad.
It was really bad, but I don't know. The fact that like he held the baby under for that long,
Yeah.
I just was like,
See, because that's the thing is that like he was walking into the woods disgruntled and he was holding the car seat haphazardly.
Yeah.
And you said, oh my gosh, he's going to do it. And I go, no, he's just going to baptize him. Like
Yeah.
I said that.
Yeah, you did.
But then when he held the baby under the water, that's when I was like, oh, they're actually going to show us infanticide.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Netflix. I'm so glad that you're doing this.
Yeah.
And I started getting angry and shouting at the screen, and then he pulled him up, and then he started smiling at the baby and crossed its forehead. And I'm like, no. You would not
that
hold
baby did not need to be baptized that long.
No, you would because the way he smiled and everything like that showed us that was his intention all along. Like it was just this was not him going to the river and then changing his mind.
No. You think so?
No. Let me rephrase here. Let me say, okay. So the show tried to make us think, oh, he's going to drown the baby.
Okay.
And then at the last second, it's baptism. And we just didn't understand. We're just like, oh, we thought he was drowning him.
But they implied that he was going and then he changed his mind. Like, no, okay. You're saying, okay, go ahead. Keep going. Keep going. Go ahead.
Let me rephrase that. Okay, let me try again. So the showrunners wanted us to think that he was going to drown the baby.
Okay.
But then at the last second, they reveal to the audience, no, it was a baptism all along.
Yeah, but you can't imply that. You can't like show his facial expressions, have him baptize that baby so long. No.
That's the thing. It doesn't work that way.
Not at
This
all.
was not a baptism all along with the way that they showed it.
No, not at all.
It just doesn't work.
No.
And it's horrible. And
Yeah,
We don't need to see
that part was my least favorite. And I don't know, like, I mean, I know that you always have in shows like this, you have innocent people suffering because of the actions of others. So, don't get me wrong. Like, I understand where that comes from. And I understand that, in this type of situation, yeah, innocent people are going to get hurt. But I don't know. I just think that there would have been other ways to go about it.
Yeah, there was a lot of different ways to go about that or
yeah.
do something else or anything like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. But that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought was unexpected was the cousins being electrocuted.
Oh my gosh. I did not see that coming.
Because we invested a lot of time into, especially the main cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And
was it Russ? Or
was it Russ? I think that's
so.
his name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Russ. We invested
Langmore, yeah.
a lot of time into Russ,
Mm-hmm.
and we developed a connection with him.
Yeah.
And then boom,
He's
gone.
gone.
Loved it.
Yeah, I thought that was really nice to see that surprise because I thought we were going to see like a kidnapping storyline. But when they got electrocuted and so intensely, and then to find out that it was Ruth who did it, it was like, whoa, and that added a whole other layer to her character. You know, and so apparently now she's mom to these teenage boys.
Who she's 2 years older than.
Yeah, like,
and then also it shows a connection that she had with Marty.
Yeah.
And a respect and a love that you didn't quite see that was there. And it makes you wonder.
I still question it. Do you question it still?
I don't question it. As in, like, I don't. It's not that I don't think it's believable. I think that it was a little bit of a turn. Like, I think it's just like, oh, this is a big reveal instead of a slow one. Mm-hmm. But I think what it is, I think how they showed it to us is not in an obvious way. How they showed it to us is that she has had nothing but horrible relationships with men who are older than her.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Whether it's her two uncles or her own father. Mm-hmm. Horrible relationships. They don't respect her. Mm-hmm. They call her horrible names. She's smart and they're not, but yet she's treated poorly. Mm-hmm. And then you have Marty, who treated her poorly at the beginning, but only because she treated him poorly and like insinuated that she was going to kill him. Mm-hmm. But then he gives her more trust. He gives her more money. Yeah. He gives her more responsibility, continually positively reinforces her, which I'm sure she's never gotten her entire life.
That's true. And they made a point to show that often.
Yeah.
Like how he's like, I trust you. You know, you've got this. You're now the boss. Like, you know, you now have this strip club now is yours.
And
like,
you're doing a great job.
Yeah. So I think that you're right. And I think after her uncles were just willing to like just leave her and abandon her, she was like, I don't, these, you know, the roots I had with them, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So now I'm moving on from that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was great. I am so invested in the Ruth character, and I did not think I would say that at the beginning of the show.
It was such a surprise.
Yeah.
Such a surprise. Yeah.
Now, speaking of the strip club, that's probably another criticism, was that every single time we were at the strip club, they gave us like 15 to 20 seconds of just dancers at the beginning. And every single time I'm like, I get it. There are naked women at a strip club. If this is not a mystery, I understand where we are.
You're establishing the environment.
Did they have to establish it every single scene, every single time we were at the strip club?
Trying to be edgy, Netflix.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's got so annoying. Like I started screaming at the TV. I was just like, I get it. Boobs. Okay? Boobs.
Yeah, no, I think it's also interesting, like the different businesses they acquire, you know, and that there's kind of different storylines at each one.
Yeah.
So I mean, that kind of even makes it like, okay, this makes the show sustainable because they can just keep moving around to all these different locations.
From business to business.
Exactly.
Yes. I didn't really think of it that way, but you're right. Mm-hmm. That's a way to keep it fresh because season 2, we're probably going to see a lot of storylines in the funeral home.
Yeah. Yeah.
And probably not so much at the Blue Cat.
Probably not, since she took the money and ran.
I don't think she took all of it.
Not all of it.
She
I don't
took
think
a chunk.
so. Yeah, she did.
I thought that was surprising.
Yeah, I totally thought that they were going to sleep together.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like they totally like made us believe that they were going to have this connection where because Laura Linney was unfaithful to him, that gave him a free pass.
And in the audience's perspective, we were kind of okay with it a little bit.
We're like, yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
Tap it if you need to. After she's done tapping the keg, you can tap her.
Oh my God.
And there you go. And like by movie logic, yeah. Cool. Infidelity is fine in that regard.
Oh my God.
But yeah. But I'm glad that they subverted our expectations there. Mm-hmm. And then not only did she not sleep with him, she found out, got angry, found the money and realized, oh, I had a gun pointed at my face a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
I have no more living relatives here. This guy took over my business. I'm going to steal his money and start over someplace else.
Yeah, I get it.
And she knows that he's a good enough guy that he's not going to report that the money was stolen to the cartel.
It's true.
Because it makes him look weak. And also she knows that he's not going to chase after her.
Right.
Because he realized that he did her wrong.
Right. Absolutely.
And
it's like it was owed to her almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to see her again.
I don't think so either. I think that chunk is gone.
And I'm I hope we don't see her again.
Me too. I think that chapter's closed.
Jason Bateman directed 3 or 4 of the episodes.
They were the best ones.
They were hands down the best ones.
Yeah. He did a really good job.
A good director.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he was the youngest person to be inducted into the Directors Guild at 18.
It's crazy.
Because he directed an episode of television. Now, he's been acting. He was a child actor on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been in the business almost his entire life. And so he's been around this. He knows the business. He knows how to work the camera. He knows to act in front of the camera as well as direct other actors.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been branching out a lot. And I didn't see, and I think he's even directed some Arrested Development.
Yeah.
But especially that first episode and the second one, he directed, and you're just like, holy crap, the way he moves the camera, the way that he articulates the action and the body movement and the color scheme and even his own performance in front of the camera. This makes you really respect him.
That always surprises me, like when an actor can do both and like basically direct themselves, you know?
Well, you have to really trust your assistant director as well as your
True.
director of photography.
Very true.
Now, I've seen a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and I've also seen it firsthand where you have a director be one of the actors, and basically the director of photography is just like, no, do it again. Like, we didn't get it. And what they're talking about is their performance.
Okay.
But yeah, you have to trust the people you're with,
right,
in order to do that.
Yeah.
But he was, at no point did I think, oh, he's Michael.
No, he was a different character.
He was
sure.
a different character, and even though he's not like a character, like he's not a chameleon like Gary Oldman or Johnny Depp or anything like that, but he did not embody that character from Arrested Development. Like when you see Tony Hale in Veep.
Right. There's a little bit of
He's basically playing Buster.
Yeah, it's true.
But
still love him. But.
Still love him. Tony Hale's great. He deserves every Emmy he gets. I'm not knocking him. But that's the character.
Right.
That's him.
Right.
That's his wheelhouse.
When you hired George Clooney, you get George Clooney. It's the same idea. But I feel like he definitely, Jason Bateman kind of stretched himself in this role.
Yeah. And just you could just feel him get into that emotional space so easy.
Oh, yeah.
It was very impressive.
Yeah. All right. Well, go watch it.
Go watch it.
And if you haven't, I don't know why you're listening, but...
the stuff that we criticized was overall minor.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, it's so minor compared to what we loved about the show.
Yeah, absolutely. So check it out. It's on Netflix if you have a subscription. If not, get a two-week trial. You'll watch it easy in those 2 weeks, no problem. So thank you so much, guys, for listening. You heard all of our stuff previously. Please go to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Go to our website at thenerdparty.com. You can find us all over the place. You can also find me privately at The Insane Robin on Twitter.
I love you.
I know.
Scully,
Yes?
marry me.
I love you and I like you.
I love you and I like you.
I love that woman. I love her more than sharks love blood.
I love you.
I don't.
Join the revolution. Join the Nerd Party.